Hello, my writing pals and my reading pals. It's me, your girl, Xanna, and today we're going to be talking about the different types of edits. Before we get started, I want to say a quick thank you. I took last week off because it was my one school break until Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and I had a procedure done. Thank you for everyone who sent me well wishes after my procedure. I got my throat stretched because my throat is too small and I need to be able to eat, and after you get your throat stretched in the biopsies and things like that, it can be a little bit hard to talk, and I wasn't going to push myself to talk a lot before I was ready. Without further ado, let's get into the types of editing, the three major types of editing that you should be doing for your manuscript. Those three edits are the developmental edit, the copy or line edit, and the proofreading edit. Those are the three major edits that editors will usually do for your manuscript, though you can do them yourself. The first type of editing you are most likely going to be doing after you finish your manuscript is a developmental edit. A developmental edit is the deepest dig into your manuscript that an editor will do, or that you will do personally. It's looking at the development of your book. Just like a baby develops and grows in the womb of a woman, so your story develops on the pages of your book. A developmental editor will look at that growth. It'll look at character arcs. It'll look at story arcs. It'll look at your story as a whole from kind of a bird's eye view and from deep in the ground. It looks really at the bare bones of the stories. The purpose of a developmental edit is to look at your story and see if it has legs to stand on, to see if your plot, your characters, if they make sense, if they are as fleshed out as they can be. It's a really good idea to do a developmental edit with someone outside of yourself because as the author, you know everything that goes on in your story. You know everything about the characters and everything about the world, and sometimes you may not realize that everything you know isn't necessarily in the book. So there could be holes, there could be issues, there could be miscommunications, in a sense, between you and your reader. A developmental editor is going to look at your manuscript and make sure that everything that you want to have understood is there and realized within your book. And again, that it has legs to stand on, that everything makes sense. The next type of edit is the copy edit, or the line edit. I like to call this the fine-tuning of the manuscript. This is when an editor, like myself, will go line by line through your book to make sure that every word you have picked is the best word that it can be. That every line makes sense with the previous lines and the upcoming lines. That there aren't any major or minor grammatical errors or mistakes throughout the manuscript. This is also when people kind of look at prose and structure. It doesn't go as deep as the developmental edit. I'd say the line/copy edit is the next edit going towards the surface of your novel. The copy and line edit also goes through readability, making sure that your novel is understandable from a perspective of seeing the words on the page and absorbing them into your brain. Finally is the proofreading stage. The proofreading stage is when an editor looks at your manuscript from a surface level. Proofreading checks for any major spelling issues, punctuation errors, general grammatic errors that are glaring. They are just, boom, right there in front of your face. It also looks to make sure that things aren't sticking out as wonky, that lines, it goes into readability some, not as much as copy or line edits, but it does still go into some readability, making sure that there aren't any major issues in some lines of dialogue or prose or anything. I don't really know what else there is aside from dialogue or not dialogue. I don't really think there's anything else to a story but those things. Hey. So those are the three types of edits. The deepest being developmental, the next level being line and copy edits, they are the same thing, and the final being proofreading up nice at the surface of your manuscript. Each are very important. I definitely think that they are all equally important as they each do different things. Some people like to say, well, if you could only pick one type of editing, what type of editing would you pick? And I think it's really hard because they're all for different purposes. It's not like they all do the exact same thing, just of varying lesser degrees of me digging deeper into your novel. They're all different things. The developmental edit looks at the structure, it looks at the bones. The line and copy editing makes sure that what you're doing is understandable, that it's the best that it can be. And proofreading is looking at the surface to make sure that everything looks good, that you don't have any major errors and everything. So they all work together, and they're different things though. Myself personally, I could myself only afford one round of editing, and I chose proofreading. Reason being is that I am a professional. I am getting my degree in English. I am very good at doing what I do. That being said, even professionals make mistakes. So I figured I could work my manuscript the absolute best that it could be. I have friends that I am close to that were thankfully willing to go through my manuscript for free. Plot twist, I did send them a bit of a gift though. And really helped me with the structure and everything. They acted as beta and alpha readers. I'll make a video on that. But they really helped me out in that situation. And so all I felt my collection of short stories and poems Through the Violet Redwoods needed was proofreading. And even then, you know, there were a handful of things that needed editing. And thank you to Chi of Kingdom Books Publishing for proofreading my manuscript. It just goes to show, even the professionals, the people who edit other people's books for money, the people who have degrees in this things make mistakes because our eyes get so used to just glossing over errors if we've seen it. You know, we dismiss things very easily. Our eyes look past things eventually. And that's why I started my own editing company. I do have a company that I run that does all of these types of edits and a couple more. It's called Nightshade Publishing. I love my company. I love my employees of myself and one other person, two other people technically. And I want to help people with their books. That was my main goal in starting my company. Yeah, little bit of a plug. I was gonna say something about it at the start of the video, but I kind of forgot, and I really just started diving into the video, which is really me. Kind of just like getting to the meat of things, and then I get into the meat of things, and I just blab on forever. I forget to mention things at the start of the video. I have an editing company. I do offer editing services at Nightshade Publishing. If you wanna learn more about that, comment down below, or you can visit my website in the description. Or you can email me at zanna@nightshadepublishing.com. I think I actually made a video about this. Did I? Did I make a video about my editing company? I might have. I don't know off the top of my head. I took last week off. I have not thought about videos or making videos in a hot minute. Anywho, that's me. That's my opinion. Those are the 3 types of editing. I think that they should be done in whatever way that you can, even if you aren't able to hire a professional. You can see if you can get friends and family to help you out with that. I'll make a video on some tips and tricks that I also did that helped me get through some of those rounds of editing. Anywho, I've definitely blabbed on long enough. My name is Zanna Renee. I am a writer here on the YouTubes. I upload videos consistently once a week on Friday about fun, bookish, and writing related things. Sometimes I'll have a bonus video in the week before Friday. You can catch me on all of my socials. I am on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at XannasBooks. You can catch me on TikTok at Witch Dr. Zanna, talking things D&D and fan fiction, and my cat, Maestro. You also see a lot of Maestro on Instagram. You don't see a lot of Maestro here. Usually when I'm filming videos, he is sleeping, just generally not being a menace like he usually is day to day. I have a collection of short stories and poems Through the Violet Redwoods that is coming out this fall. It's coming out very soon. The cover reveal for that is happening on the 5th of September, 2021, which happens to be my birthday. Oh my gosh, guys. It's almost my birthday. I am old. How is it already almost September? I'm filming this on the 31st of August, so like one more day, and then it's the 9th month of the year. Who said it was allowed to be September already? I'm not okay. I blab on way too long at the end of my videos. Anywho, the cover reveal is happening on September 5th along with hopefully pre-orders. Pre-orders might be starting on September 5th. If not, maybe the week after. So like maybe around like the 9th or so, I am working my tail off to get everything done. I'm just waiting on a final last few little things. That and PayPal is holding my money hostage, so like, that's a problem. Anywho, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!